hello everyone, my name is Masha and I'm more than happy to say you hello. Thank you very much for your attention today. You will have the interesting culture program. You will see the interesting street of our city, but not only this street. Kuybushov Street, as you remember, previous excursion was yesterday, and I would like to remind that please follow our YouTube translation and write your comments. Also follow WhatsApp translation, tag us in Instagram and feel happy. When we are waiting for our guide tour, Lada and Daniel comes to the place for streaming, for show you the more interesting information. I suggest you to come to your kitchen, to take tea or coffee, sit and feel happy, feel warm impression from our stream, because today the weather changes in Samara, and if we compare with the yesterday weather, it maybe 10 degrees more than yesterday. Today was 10 degrees and today 20 degrees. Is amazing. It again summer in Samara. So information about what you will see today. Kuybushov Street is one of the longest, one of the interesting streets of our city. You will see only that part of this street, but this part is unique. Why? Because in this part located so many museums, so many interesting historical places which you will see, feel happy, and try to understand the Samara's features, why Samara is so big. Also, you will know about the first oldest park in Samara, the museum of famous Russian writer, but I don't want to say who, because sorry for that I saw in this notebook, because I'm waiting for the information from our guide that it's okay, and then I will say you bye-bye for me, but not bye-bye for our excursion. So, I don't want to tell you which famous Russian writer, because I think you should know by yourself. And maybe some information about not Samara, but what happened now and where they are. I'm in the boring point, one of the famous room in our university, and now we make stream. How to make stream? For making stream you need person, maybe one, maybe two, technique. What about technique? The laptop, of course, and the mobile phone with the Larix application. You can Google and try to understand what is Larix application, for what it uses, and how Larix could help to make streams. Also, you should use VPN server for connection, and Vmix app on your laptop, and also account on YouTube for streaming our translation. For Vmix and Larix, it connects with the SRT link. In my phone I wrote link, and also this link in the laptop on the Vmix, and then I'll start streaming. I will push the stream from my phone, comes to the Vmix, and after Vmix it comes to YouTube. So that is all, but sometimes internet connection not so good. Now it's good, but if you talk about street, we have some problem, but try to decide to show you the more interesting place in Samara city, because Samara is so big, and each year Samara became more. For example, you take the clothes and try to make it shorter, bigger, and Samara also try to grow in each year. For example, we have two districts which are located on the end of the Samara. It's one of the popular districts now. A lot of persons try to live there because there are so many forests near this district, and this district also the part of Samara, New Samara is the name of this district, and a lot of people like to live there. So, some information about Samara region, because Samara not only the whole region, Samara is like capital of the Samara region. In Russia we have 85 regions, some of them called Krai, some of them called region, but 85 regions with the capital, and the capital of the region Russia, of course, Moscow. And have you ever heard that Samara also was the second capital of Russia? Well, it was during the Second World War, and Samara was the reserve capital. Why? Because at the autumn of the 1941 was the main plan of the German invaders, and they tried to attack Moscow. That's why Samara was the host city from the whole diplomatic corps from the Stalins, of course, but Stalin it doesn't know was he in Samara or not, and especially for this activity we were built bunker, of course about Stalin's bunker, you know, but the interesting fact that in our city there are not only one Stalin's bunker, there are near 30 bunkers which located in different parts of our city, and it's a secret information now, and the whole bunkers we can find together. For example, do you remember the Kuybushov Square? Yes? No? I hope yes. And if you look at this Opera and Ballet Theatre, under this Opera and Ballet Theatre you also can find the bunker, not Stalin's but others, member of government, also Stalin's bunker. That in last year the whole Samara region and the whole Russia know that in Samara also located bunker for Zhukov. Zhukov is the main person who ruled the army in the USSR during the World War II period, and it was amazing. Zhukov bunker was full of water, and only in last year the water fell down. Now it's look not so interesting, but a lot of people try to reconstruct this bunker and to make it tourist attraction. So Stalin's bunker, Kalinin's bunker under the Opera and Ballet Theatre, and Zhukov's bunker, and they not the whole bunker which we have in Samara, because Samara became the alternative capital of the USSR. Also, you know or maybe not that Samara in the 19th century had the second name, and not a real name but like a nickname, Russian Chicago, because the state of Samara looks like Russian Chicago, and Samara as its location looks like a place for making magazine, for making trade, because we located on the river, and if we try to see to the history, we know that each city located on the river, it doesn't matter which river, it's approximately, and so fast became a trade place where a lot of people try to sell, to buy something, because river is more convenient for travel, and let's understand why Samara was so popular, not only during the World War. Also in Samara there are so many industrial parts. The industrial airfield, some factories of producing cake, factories of producing water, soap, and some others. If we talk about great industry, special rocket or plane construction, the whole factories appeared in our city at the beginning of the World War II, because our city is located not on the place where the bomb attacked, where there was some others activity. Our city is located far from Moscow, but not so far. In this place it was more good for making factories, for making plants and some others. A lot of people evacuated from the city which located closer than Moscow to our city, and tried to become our industry of plane construction more stronger, more powerful, better, and that's why in Samara there are so many factories. And during the Soviet period, our city was closed for visitors because a lot of secrets, government secrets of course, from how to make this beautiful plane, beautiful rocket, and a lot of some inventions from the cosmos and rocket sphere. Why? Because Russia, Soviet Union, would like to be the first modern other country. For example, the first satellite was produced in Samara with the help of Korolev, as you remember the Samara University named after Korolev, and this satellite was launched on the 4th of October in 1957, and then on the 12th of April 1961 was the first space flight with the human on board with Yuri Gagarin. And Samara, one of the cities in Russia who helped to make these two main and very great steps for the not only aviation from the space launch. That's why Samara was closed city, because if a lot of people try to come to Samara, a lot of people try to know the secret of the rocket construction, rocket aviation, and that's why Samara was closed to visitors. But people in Samara, they are not so close. They was open mind and like the typical Russian people, they are open hearts. And more interesting information about Samara, not only some historical fact, that a lot of people like fiction, like spend their time on the Volga River, as you saw the previous our stream, that a lot of boat we have, and it's warm, have rest, and in Russia it's like a tradition to come to the weekend on summer, to have rest on the nature. There are so many cottages, dachas, the second name of the cottages, and some other activities. So, let's talk maybe about schools parts or educational part in Samara. As you know, after our quiz, that pupils in Samara, not only in Samara in Russia, study 11 years at school. In Samara there are near 300 of schools, some of them gymnasium, some of them typical real school. If you talk about university, there are near 20 universities, or maybe some filials from the Moscow or St. Petersburg University. And the first university appeared in 1911. It was State Teachers University. Now it's also alive, it's also good. And the second was the Samara State Medical University, as you saw yesterday, the medical university. So, I would like to see this brain, and I will write to our guide tour where they are, and then return to you. Do you miss me? So again, I'm here, and I would like to continue our topic, but maybe it's more interesting for you to see some video about Samara, or maybe photo, and I now try to find and show it for you. Please be in touch, don't worry, I will return and show you some interesting Hello. Hello again. It's me here. I hope you hear me well. If you don't hear me, please write, Masha, we don't hear you at all. But I hope yes. I try to show you where ladder here, but our Yandex map don't want to show it. Ladder will come to you so fast. And let's talk. I hope you don't tired talking with me, but unfortunately there are not so many questions from you. And Lara told that she will be ready to show some interesting information about Samara after several minutes. Dear friends, 1 or 2 minutes and you will see the Kubasha Street, which is more, as for me, interesting city in Samara. But when we are waiting for Lara, let's try to know how dance. Why not? Because when you are waiting, let's dance. Girls, please make like this one. It's like a typical Russian dance. Boys, you should make like this one. Yes. And sometimes when you are waiting something, boys do like this one, and you will be typical Russian. Girls do this one, or you can change your hands. Okay? Russian dance. Dear friends, please don't worry, be patient. You're patient, I am absolutely sure. Feel happy, free, and come to the kitchen, take some tasty food, sit down, and be ready to see Kurbusha Square. 1, 2, 3. Now you can see again some picture, and then you can see our guide. Don't miss us, and don't forget to ask some.
So, hello everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Greetings from Samara City. Sorry for the late. It was traffic jams here in Samara City. I hope you can clearly hear, you can clearly see everything. And today we're going to walk around the Samara City Historical City Center. And now we're located at one of the main squares of the historical part of Samara City. The name of the square is Revolution Square. And here you can see the monument of Lenin. Lenin is the main revolutionary, the man that created the Soviet Union, the USSR. This is a huge monument. Previously, before the, I mean, during the USSR time, there was such a limit, there was such a ban of any things about thinkings about Russian royal family, Romanovs. So previously, there was before the creating of the Soviet Union. Uh, Here was the monument of Alexander II, Russian emperor. But there was such bans for the Russian royal family of Romanov. So there was no reminding about it. So that's why our government, they decided to create the monument of Vladimir Lenin. And here you can see such flowers close to the monument. Many birds, many people for this lunchtime here in Samara city. So that's why many pupils, many students, they're just walking to home, they're coming to home. Many people just went out to have their lunchtime. So that's it. This is the Revolution Square. Before the square was created, here was just a market. There was a market. And here actually the square is situated in the crossing of the street of Gentica and the street of Kuybyshev. As you know, Kuybyshev was the previous name of the Samara city. So there were lots of reminders about the Kuybyshev. Kuybyshev was also the revolutionary. He was Bolshevik, as you know. And Revolution Square is one of the oldest squares in Samara city. And since the mid 20th century, this square has housed newspaper offices of different Samara newspapers, journals, and the district court here. So this building, this is the court, the district court, and also the governor's residence. Also, there's lots of restaurants and hotels, and as well as gourmet store of merchant Ivan Sanin. It was one of the best in the city previously. So that's it. So this is the Revolution Square, and you can see that leaves are falling. It's autumn time here in Samara city. It's again a bit cloudy, but it's not rainy. So that's it. This is our revolution. This is our Revolution Square. And we need to go on then, and we will walk through the Kuybyshev Street. This is the main street in the historical city center. And we will see lots of different buildings. We will see post office, monuments, and other sightseeing. So we are about to start our journey. So we need to tell bye-bye to Lenin, to Revolution Square, and you can see that the shape of the square is circle, and around the square there is such a road for buses, for cars, and so on. And also there are lots of firs here, oaks, probably on the street, so there are lots of green. So we need to tell bye-bye to Revolution Square, and we look forward to meet Kuybyshev Street. So that's it. This is Kuybyshev Street. And on the red side, you can see many restaurants. Also, there is school. And on the left side, there is meeting rooms and also court and just buildings. Here you can see that the first floor is just for flower shop, but on the second, third, fourth, fifth, and so on, people live here. So people live here on the main street of the historical city center. That's it. This is the scenery, and we will walk through this the oldest street of Samara city. We just need to cross the street, and then we will start our small trip. We will start our small. So that's it. Now I'm standing here in the crossing of the Revolution Square and Kuybyshev, and on the another part, on another side, you can see a restaurant. But can you see this blue building? It was and still the building of the course of the Samara's region course, where people just standing together and sing. This is one of the oldest buildings here, and it was renovated due to the FIFA World Cup in 2018. Here we also can see the building of the orchestra. So here people playing on some musical instruments and just make the music. So you know that here people prefer to spend just weekend just walking, talking, and so on and so on. Again, restaurant, and again, you can see that the architecture is totally different from the modern. Here you can see the building of, it's just a museum of history of Russian bank, of Sberbank. Sberbank is one of the main banks here in Russia, and this building is the museum of the Sberbank. And also close to this building, you can see another one. And here you can see in Russian, Biblioteka. It means library. So there is a library here in this building. And thanks for your question about do Russian people prefer to eat spicy food? Do you love it? I guess it depends more on the person. So we like maybe a little bit salty, and we like pepper, but not red hot chili pepper. So that's it. I think no. I think that the answer is no. I think that we are not so in love with spicy food. So, and during your excursion, yesterday's excursion, you have already visited this place. You visited the crossing of Kuybushев Square and Leningradskaya Street. But before we will come closer, here you can see the Hotel Zhiguli. This is Hotel Zhiguli. So this was the main entrance, and it's like hostel. Close to the hostel, it's like economy one, but just look, it's all those windows. Actually, it doesn't look like it's like a hostel, but it's still it. So it's still the building of the library, of Samara's library here, of Samara's public library. There are just some shops. And actually here you can see a cafe where you can buy some spicy food. It's like sushi, wok, and so on. So if you like some raw sushi, some Asian soups, you need to visit this place. So here we are. Here we are in the crossing of Leningradskaya and Kuybusheva. If we will turn to the right side, we will go through the pedestrian street Leningradskaya, but it will turn to the left side. We will see Volga Street, and here you can see again the huge matryoshka. There is a huge matryoshka that stands in the entrance of the souvenir shop. So here you can see Volga River You can see Volga River there. And that's it. This is huge matryoshka. This is souvenir, matryoshka souvenirs. This is souvenir shop. Hello lady, hello matryoshka. And we are standing in front of the main post office of Samara city and Samara region. Here you can see on the top globe, and then you also can see a symbol. It means in Russian, Ордена Знак Почета Самарский почтамт. It means to the honor of all labors of Samara's post office. It means that. So all this building is for post office. It's the main post office of Samara city. Here you can send parcels, receive parcels, send letters, envelopes, postcards, and so on. So we will go further and we will see another part of Kuybushев Square. You've already been there during yesterday's excursion. You've been on the Leningradskaya Street. And we will go on and see other buildings, see another part of historical city center. So here you can see just some buses, transport, and also you will be able to see trolley bus. Look, have a look. This is trolley bus. This is Samara City trolley bus. Hello, trolley bus. Is library only for students and only for people who study now? It's public library. It means that all people can come closer and rent and take some books, some magazines, and so on. Thanks for all your questions. So here you can see just some flowers for summer, and that unfortunately just several weeks ago, and we will go there. Here you can see just some shops like bows and so on. It's again post office, and here you can see some peaks. They were related to the victory Day on 9th of May. It's the main celebration here in Russia for all Russians. The Victory Day on 9th of May. Just some restaurants, some shops, and also we are coming closer to the building of the oldest cinema theater here in Russia. Oh no, in Russian, I'm sorry, in Samara city. The name is Художественный. I can translate it like the art cinema theater. Just like the art cinema theater. It still works, and if you want, you can go and see just like to see films, to see movies like in special atmosphere. You can watch movies in special atmosphere of the old cinema theater. That's it. This red building is the oldest. It's the oldest art cinema theater here in Samara. And also you can see just some restaurant cafe in a more American way, in the American style. We will go then and you will see not only shops, but also you will see a hotel on it's green. It's on the green color, not this one. It's also one of the oldest hotel of Samara city. So then we are coming closer. We're about to reach soon the art gallery, the main art gallery of Samara city. And the building was renovated as well as other buildings here. And we will come closer. This is the building of one of the banks. And the next one is an art gallery of Samara city. And as maybe you know that lots of merchants, they were living They were living here on the street. They were living in all those buildings, and all of those buildings historical. They have a history. Many people were living. Many merchants, many famous people. So that's it. So this is the building of Samara City Art Gallery. That's it. It was renovated just several years ago. It reminds me about St. Petersburg and its atmosphere. So it's like Samara's Region Art Gallery. It was created in 1897. So there are lots of phrases. This one in Russian. Есть одна священная война, война труда, трудящихся против эксплуататоров. It means that there is only one saint war. It's a war labor against exploitators. There are lots of pictures, paintings of different painters, of Shishkin, Repin, famous Russian artists. And the director, there was Annetta Yakovlevna Bas. This is the name of the director of art gallery. She made lots of work for the gallery. So that's it. That's it. And actually, Samara Art Museum has 35,000 items in the museum collection, and there is rich collection of the Russian art of of the 18th, 19th century, collection of Russian paintings and graphics, also of the late 19th and the beginning of the 12th century. And the also collection have an avant-garde of the early 20th century. So there are lots of different galleries. So that's it. This is Zhiguli, Bristol Zhiguli. This is the hotel, one of the oldest hotels here. And soon we will see, and already you can see, pink building, pink church. This is Protestant church. This is Protestant church, and here in Russia we call it kirk, kircha, or in English kirk. As you know, there are lots of confessions here in Samara: Muslim people, Orthodox Christians, Catholics, Protestants, and so on. So each confession can find its church. So this one is for Protestant. It's the rich church. There are some services, saint services on the weekends, and probably there are some services on other days, but I'm not sure. So that's it. This is the church. This is the church. We will come closer. We just need to cross the street. You can see that people just walking. They're coming to have their lunch. It's busy day. Well, it's Tuesday, lunch time. There's some crowd on the street. You can see the church on the another angle. Just some shops. And actually, this ancient building is the house of the merchant Afanasyev. He was living here in 1871 till 1872. Just 1 year. So here you can see the closing of Nikra.
Hello, hello. Again, me here. I hope you miss me. I'll change my jacket because for make you surprise. Now I would like to see what about YouTube. Unfortunately, there are no questions which Lada didn't answer. So let's discuss about how your impression concerning the Revolution Square, the art gallery, and of course the church. Please write and tell some information how it was for you. So when you're with our guide, they prepare you new interesting object. It's Samara Philharmonic. It's so amazing, and Lara will tell you more information about not only Philharmonic but some other place. But me staying here for remind you to tag us and post in Instagram. Yeah. In Instagram, dear friends, please post because we can make repost and all of your friends, all of our friends will see and know that you are in Samara and they say, wow, how are you in Samara because borders are closed. And you say, easy, only internet connection, the strong wishes to be in Samara and that is all. So, there are no comments in YouTube, unfortunately. I tried to see my colleague and let's wait your question and see the picture from my colleague because Lada waiting for Daniel and Daniel tried to also help Lada make our stream better to show you the whole interesting information. So what we can do? We can maybe talk about Russian hobbies, because Russia is a country where people not only work, not only sleep, they also have a lot of hobbies. The previous hour connection I'll tell you that we like fishing and have Duchess party. Also, sorry, I was looking the mother right now. I'm here again because right me that Masha, I have to say minutes we will return. So, hobbies. Russian people like very much karaoke. What about you? Have you ever been in karaoke? If you be, please tell me. Oh, I saw that Lada have already show you something, but you can't see it. Why? Because now I will put it and you can see. Don't forget to post stories on Instagram.
I am here. So guys, hello again. Hello again from Nekrasovskaya Street. Here you can see three. Here you can see three trees. It's like a symbolic place here, and actually previously there were a restaurant named after these three trees. It's like a small square with a fountain here in the city center. And our story is not a Protestant, it's the Lutheran church. Of course, here you can see that it's like Lutheran church. This is the Lutheran church. And here you can see that there are services, 10 services on Fridays at 2 p.m., on Wednesdays at 7 p.m., and on Sundays at 10 a.m. So it's just another angle of the Lutheran church. And then we're just going further, or you can see just a small garden. And we are going further, and on the red side, you will see a theater, a small drama theater. And when I was young, I actually performed here because I was in a performing group. You can see yellow electrobus. This is electrobus. It uses only electricity. It uses only electricity. So this is the drama theater. The name is Camera Stage. Camera Stage. Here you can see drama theater. It's drama theater. Camera Stage. You can see that the building is not that huge, but if we will go to the yard, you will see that that it's really big inside in the yard. And we need to go to another street, Frunze. We need to go to the Frunze street. Here you can see that in the historical city center roads, they are not so huge. It's like small ones, they are narrow. But previously they were no need. I mean, in the 18th and the 19th century, there were no need to build huge roads. So that's why, like in European cities, historical parts, It's really, it's really narrow. So then, we need to turn to the left side. And here you can see red building. This building is like the center of the labors. Center of the labors. And on the top you can see just like small light. And it's so cool when in the evening and in the night, here you can just switch on your light. And then it's like a magic atmosphere here in Samara. So here on the Grafenberg Street you can also find lots of also wood buildings, merchant buildings, and here you can see a tram, Samara's tram, modern Samara's tram, and we are going further and further. Don't you have any questions? It's a pity, it's a pity. Too bad, too bad. I would like to answer all of it, all of it. And soon we will reach Philharmonic of Samara. Philharmonic is a special building when artists can perform. They can be some performing, they can be some musical concerts, there can be some dance sequence, and so here you can see a small yard, and here you can find wood buildings, just like an atmosphere yard here in Samara city. You can find lots of them. You can find lots of them. We are going through them. Autumn here, autumn already. The ministry is, is the Ministry of Culture of Samara, Design, and so on.
Hello, hello, hello. Do you miss me, dear friends? I'm again here to say you don't switch off your mobile phone or maybe your telephone, computer phone, that is all. I will write my guide that they will in live after 1 minute and then we talk with you. Also, I will see which question you have already asked in YouTube. What happens if people litter on the road? Okay, Samara is the one city, especially after World Cup, which was in 2018, try to make safe our ecology, try to control this. And sometimes if there are so many liters of waste on the street, a lot of some street person or government try to control the litter, and if they saw the person who switch off, take off the waste or in front of them, they try to ask them to pay some fee, because it's not allowed to make a lot of litter on the street. And person try to not only divide their waste, but try to fill it in the right way, in the special place for the litter. It's not allowed to waste litter whatever you want, because our planet need to save, and some other part of our planet, please be safety and think about the future. Tell our administration, but people from Samara, they are not the whole right people. Is the question upon to the litter, and some of them, of course, say, oh, okay, waste, 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 walk around. Then police come to say, please take off your waste, and the person say, oh, okay, yes, and try to catch it and go to the special place. Because in Samara there are so many places to take off waste, white litter on the street. It's so strange. So, what about our guide? I try to see what about connection. Let's wait, because they need to reconnect and to show you the Philharmonic, the big, one of the big and popular place in our city. There are so many concerts here, and oh, I saw photo. You sent photo in WhatsApp. Very nice, very good. Dear friends, be active. Write question not only in YouTube but in WhatsApp. Wow, we will more than happy to announce that Philharmonic you can see after now.
We are standing here in the entrance of Samara City Philharmonic. So come a little bit closer. A little bit windy. Actually, this building is quite huge one. And thanks for the suggestion. Of course, we can take photos and send you later to our WhatsApp, so we can send photos later. First, we need to show you all the architecture and all the buildings in real life, in online. So here you will see a small monument of the director of the Philharmonic from the 2011 to 2013. He was the director. His name is Kogan, Dmitry Pavlovich Kogan. So this is a monument. And you can see lots of monument, bas-reliefs. Look at the shape of the windows. It's like circles, divided circles. And on the another side of the Philharmonic, you can find again restaurants, wood buildings, banks, candy shop, and so on. Here you can see advertisements of different concerts of composers and so on. Many concerts. So this is another side of Philharmonic. And actually close to the Philharmonic there is a university. So there is a university of the connection and the technologies. So that's why it's like end of the studying day. So that's why students just go outside and can spend the free time here in the historical city center. So there been a question about the litter. If we throw rubbish to the road, is there any fines? Is there any fines here in Samara? Actually, it's forbidden. But the mentality, the culture of Russians, they're totally different from the mentality of other nations. So that's why people, for instance, they can smoke and then just throw the cigarette to the road. And if policemen will see that you do that, that you did it will be fine for you. But if there is no policeman, so it will be no any no any fee for you. So that's why, because nobody couldn't see that. So it's our mentality. So we will cross the street and show you another main sightseeing of Samara city. It's Catholic church. Костел here in Russia. It's like chapel, chapel of Saint George. It's Catholic church. So here you can see Ginger Man at the entrance of candy shop. And actually we're still close to the Volga River. It's around maybe 10 minutes by foot downstairs and we will reach Volga River. But unfortunately today there will be no chance. So we are crossing the street again. It's just like Serbian restaurant with also flowers. And then we are located at the Frunze street. And what we will see next? We will see some souvenir shop, and this building is the museum of one of the most famous, probably, Russian directors, film director, Eldar Rязанов. Eldar Rязанov. So on the first floor there is museum of this film director on the building. So on the left side you will also see, on the right side there is souvenir shop with patterns, with Russian patterns. And then on the left side there is a small like territory where you can find the screen, movie screen. You can find a monument of Ryazanov, Russian film director. And here is another Orthodox church. Another Orthodox church. We won't go inside because I need to wear long skirt and to cover my head. We will see Catholic church. It's one of the main Catholic church here, but this is one is Orthodox, and you can see that all Orthodox church, well, at least 90% of them, they have golden roof. They have golden roof and golden cross. So here just the entrance of the Orthodox church. You can see an icon of the entrance of the saint. On the red side here you can see the museum of one also the famous Russian writer. His name is Alexei Tolstoy. Alexei Nikolaevich Tolstoy. Do you know the fairy tale about Pinocchio? It's like an Italian one about the boy when he lied to people. He's now starting to grow. So here in Russia, we have the same story. It was written by Tolstoy, not Leo Tolstoy, but another Tolstoy. He's also a writer. And here you can see the monument of Buratino. Buratino is the name. It's the name of Russian Pinocchio, as we call it like that. Here you can see a key. Here you can see a book. And this is the full monument. You can see that his left hand, his nose, they are full, they are totally of the yellow color. That's why if you will touch, like me, if you will touch the arm and if you will touch the nose, it will mean that you will be like a person. So of course we will take a picture of Buratino for you. That's it. Is it raining season now in Samara? No. It's like in autumn. It can be rainy, it can be sunny, but mostly it's cloudy. Cloudy. Uh, it will be raining season closer to the October. In October and November, it will be raining season. So thank you for your question. Thank you. Now just like it's like the beginning of the raining season. So here's Buratino. Buratino. And this house is the house museum of Tolstoy. This is how museum of Tolstoy. You can see that all building made of the wood. It is made of the wood. That's the entrance, and the heart of the Frunze Street is Catholic Church. This is Polish. This is Polish chapel, Polish church, Polish Catholic Church. You can see how tall is it. We are standing like this one. We just need to do it like that. This is Catholic Church of the Saint Heart of Jesus. Saint Heart of Jesus. I will check if it's open. It was built actually in 1906 and it was renovated in 1996. So we will check. Oh, unfortunately, it is closed now. It's like lunchtime here, unfortunately. So each day there are holy mass here in this church. Look at the architecture, the design. And you can find the total difference between Catholic and the Orthodox churches. Because Orthodox churches, they are always rich, covered by gold, rich materials. And Catholic churches, no. It's like simple one. It's like Gothic one. So that's it. So we need to go further and we will see Modern Museum. Modern Museum of Samara. We will go to the yard and see some art objects. Still showing you the Polish church. And holy masses are held actually daily here. And the church hosts catechics and prayer meetings and different cultural events, concerts, and so on. So we are going further. And on the right side, we will see the building. This building is Modern Museum. Modern Museum, and previously it was the house of the merchant. It was the house of the merchant. And previously in this building also was the embassy. There was an embassy of Sweden. Here you can see just where should we go. We will go inside the modern museum. We're just going upstairs. And then I hope we will be able to go inside. This house is the house of the merchant Kurlina. This is Art Nouveau Museum. Art Nouveau Museum. We'll check if we can go. Yes, we can go inside. So here you can see entrance, art objects. It's cool to spend time here in the summer. You can see yellow elephants, benches. What else? Cycle. Different greens, trees. The stage where artists can perform. This is yellow elephants. And also there is coffee shop, cafe. And this is the Catholic Church again, Polish Catholic Church. And in front of us is the museum for children, children museum. Zielońka. This is the name of the children museum. So we need to go out. And we will come closer to Volga River. Come closer to another square in the city center. You already probably can see Volga River. Yep. And you can see that another coast covered by green, orange, yellow, and red trees. We are just crossing the street. We need to hurry up. So this is Krasnoarmeyskaya Street. It named after the Red Army of the Soviet Union. As you know, there was a civil war in Russia in 1918 till 1922. So there was a civil war between supporters of the Russian royal family and Soviet Union soldiers. So as you know, Red Army won and Soviet Union was the leader of the Red Army. So now in lots of cities in Russia, we have streets, buildings where they're named after different Soviet events, such as this one. Krasnoarmeyskaya, Krasnaya Armия is Red Army. Red Army Street. That's it. This is Red Army Street. Look at this building. It was also the house of merchant, and now it's under renovating. And this one building, this huge building, it was the building, industrial building. The center of industrial here, of industry was here. По-русски дом промышленности. House of industry, something like that. And here you can see just some art objects. Here there's some tusa, some discos take place here. We are going. And we are coming to the Strukovsky Square or Strukovsky Garden, named after one of the famous Russian writer, Gorky, Maxim Gorky. So here you can see square of green in the middle of the city center. Again, some restaurants, supermarkets, and we will go inside and see some attractions of Strukovsky Garden. But now you can see how we are standing on the top of the hill, and you can find Volga River again. Volga River and another coast. You need to go upstairs to reach this point. And we're waiting till we will be able to cross the street and show you a little bit of Strukovsky Garden. So let's go and see. Hello, Shaurma. There are some young people, some adults, some seniors. This is the point of flowers. Фотографируй. Here you can see the fountain of flowers. You can see that the water is like a rain, and young boy is trying to hide his lady. He's trying to hide his lady from the rain, from the water. It's such a nice place just for walking with children, for any romantic meetings, and so on. It feels so fresh to be here. But we need to go out. We need to go out. And we soon will reach the end of Kubashov Street. And unfortunately, we will reach the final destination of our today's excursion. So, on the another part, you will see buildings. Again, all of them ancient, and all of them were living people. And one of these buildings, the blue one or gray one, it's the building of the Samara Technical University. It's one of the buildings, Samara Technical University. And this one, this building, it's the building for the pioneers. It's like the Palace of Pioneers. Do you know who is pioneer? There was such a system here in Russia for the young children. They were pioneers. For the middle age and октябренок, and for the like late age, комсомол. So this is the Palace of Pioneers. You can see that we're going on the pavement close to the Strukovsky Garden. We're just going. It's such a peaceful place here. You can do yoga here. You can make sport. You can just play chess or cycling or just walking, have picnic, and so on. Many firs, birches inside there. So this building is a building of Samara Technical University. And soon we will reach the Museum of Military Techniques and the military history of Samara. We just need to come closer to the corner of streets, and I hope that you will find Samara Drama Theater. It will be like a well-known place for you because you've already visited this place during your excursion. Сфотографируй. You have already seen this place during your excursion. Here you can see just some ladies, they're walking around after their lessons, after classes. Maybe they're students of Samara Technical University, I don't know. Or Samara National Research University, who knows? So this is drama theater. This is drama theater. You've already seen drama theater here. And this building is military museum. It's a military museum. In the name of the street there, this building is located, it's named after composer Shostakovich. He was located here during the Second World War, as well as you know that all our governments, it was such a plan just to send them here. So this is the building of Samara Military Museum. This is military museum, history military museum. There are around 7,000 exhibits inside, from the wars of 11th until the 21st century. There are different types of weapons, military banners, uniform, medals, and so on. That's it. And our cultural program Chapayev is like a rule. Unfortunately, he died when he tried to cross one of the rivers at the Ural, on the Ural. And we can see the monument of Chapayev. He was the leader during the civil war in the beginning of 20th century. We'll come closer, and inside this building, this one, there is Stalin's bunker. There is Stalin's bunker. We're coming closer to the monument, and this is also the square, not only the monument, it's also the square of Chapayev. And this place previously was used as a carriage parking area, and now it is used like cars parking area. And you can see that there are lots of figures here on the monument close to Vasily Chapayev, and it was like such set up on the mass grave in the square in front of the city theater in 1932. So this is theater, this is Chapayev. We will go around to see faces. You can find the fear, the fury on these faces, because it was civil war. So that's why they're such angry faces. Oh, so many birds. That's it. Chapayev in Russian. Chapayev was the leader of Red Army, one of the leaders of Red Army. And this is drama theater. Drama theater of Samara. Actually, it looks like unreal building if we will have a look at the architecture and the design. But actually, it's a real one. It's a real one. So we are close to our final destination. River or nature. I hope we so. And finally, you can see the view to make of the brewery. So this building is a brewery of Zhiguli beer. So this is the good. Скажи, что потерялся, я опять включила. Тут
Hello, hello, hello. Again here. I hope you don't afraid that now the view, but Lada will return after several seconds and don't worry, don't miss us. We will return and Lada will say bye bye. Then me will say bye bye and please be ready for your history classes. Yeah, yeah. Hello, 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 hello again. Some interesting information for you that now in WhatsApp after several seconds you will give the beautiful view of the Samara region, one of the viewpoint of Samara near the Drama Theatre, and also you will have a picture of Chipaev Monument. Thank you for being with us today. More than happy to show you Samara, to try to share your emotion, how we love Samara, and hope that you also love Samara like we. So, thank you very much. Bye bye.